Hello friends, I want to introduce a fun little idea to you called growing a sentence. Much like when you grow a plant, you put a seed in the ground that's very little and very basic. And then over time, a little bit more is added and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it produces either a flower or a fruit or a vegetable or something useful, unless it's a weed and then you just pull it, right? Anyway, back to growing a sentence. Here we go. Usually, you start with what. What is the simplest thing of why you're growing a sentence? What are you doing? The what. I waited in line. That doesn't have much emotion. It doesn't really explain much, but we do know that what it is. Well, you're waiting in line and you're probably bored. Next thing you do, you add an adjective. So an adjective adds some color, some voice. It is a descriptive word and it is there in blue. I waited in a lengthy line. Oh, that adds some feeling to it. You're already feeling sympathy for the person because you have waited in a line before and it wasn't the funnest experience. Next, you can add when. That kind of adds some details of when it happened so we can understand how recent your pain or joy has been. Last night, I waited in a lengthy line. The next thing to help you to grow your sentence is where. This is where you can get a little clever and set the scene of where the crime is going to happen or whatever the situation calls for. Last night at Walmart, I waited in a lengthy line. So the where, they give you a location. Now, when you write something like this, you can add any sort of location, but generally most of us are familiar with Walmart and understand that sometimes lines at Walmart are just not fun. And this is how. This adds more color and voice to your experience. Last night at Walmart, I waited impatiently in a lengthy line. Now, when you add extra details like this, sometimes you need to add commas like they did with the where. Because this sentence could have still made sense and been complete without that section. So to make it so it didn't sound like a run-on sentence, they added punctuation of commas. And you can do that too. Okay, we're going to zoom out just a little bit more. Why? Last night at Walmart, I waited impatiently in a lengthy line because only one register was open for the entire store. Wow, that's crazy. And they had punctuation there and a conjunction word to make sure it all fits together. This is how you grow a sentence from 4 short words to a great sentence that explains who, what, where, when, why, and how. Okay, so try this on your next writing activity. If you're looking for more pizzazz to fill up your lines, think about how to grow a sentence.